like Cora was talking about.
What up, guys? Alchemist, and I got something nice for you. So y'all know I had to give y'all a threadling build on Prismatic. In case you're not a pure strand lover, if you missed my pure strand build with the stag, go check that video out. It's kind of nasty, ain't gonna lie to you. But today we're using swarmers. Okay, if you don't know what swarmers do, destroying a tangle spawns a threadling. Spawn 2 of them, and your threadlings unravel targets that they damage. So it's going to be unraveling all the enemies while we hit them. The exotic we're using today with this is Bar Dyad. You can craft this. You want to make sure you have Taken Ambition on and Hashling in this build with Bar Dyad to make more threadlings in the build, okay? I got 2 builds for you guys today. It's the same thing, but like a little twist to it in case you want to do it a little bit different for hard end content. But yeah, the weapon I'm using is Lotus Eater. You can use whatever weapon you want here. I just want to use a repulsor brace weapon here, and it just ended up being the rocket sidearm. But you want to use a repulsor brace weapon because it goes for synergy in this build, and you'll see why a little bit afterwards. And then I end up going with Haliatus rocket launcher, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and mine's got elemental honing on it. Envious assassin, it could be something different, but Mag Elemental Hone on it. I could have went with Hashling, but I want this to be my DPS heavy. And since I'm rocking Prismatic, it's easy for me to get the different elements to make Elemental Hone and do some dumb damage in the build. So that's what I went with, okay? Artifact. In the artifact, we have a lot of things important here, okay? We got Anti-Barrier Scout and Post, because if you're not a lover of Bar Dyad, then by all means you can go with New Malphus, or you can go with Mint Retrograde, and then your energy weapon can be something else, okay? You do not have to go with Bar Dyad if you don't want to use Bar Dyad, or in case you don't have it because you're new to Edge of Fate Destiny and you didn't get a chance to get this exotic, and right now it's not possible to get this exotic in the game. So you can definitely go with the new Strand Pulse Rifle or a Mint Retrograde with like Hashling or something on it. But yeah, we're rocking an Overload, Rapid Fire, and Overload Sword, you know, in case I need to do Overload champions. But what you mainly want in this artifact is Threadling Proliferation. Dealing strand weapon damage has the chance to spawn a Threadling. So this stacks on with the Hashling perk in our Bar Dyad, so we make extra Threadlings whenever we kill someone. Then we also got, in the second part, it said defeating a strand debuff target increases this chance. Our Threadlings do unraveling, so most people gonna be strand debuff, so every time we kill someone, there's a high chance a Threadling gonna come out from killing them because they unravel at that time. We got on Tightly Woven. Whenever we got Woven Mail, we get plus 20 on class ability and grenade stat. We do have on the Fragment, Faster to Purpose. We got our Strand super on, so we will be getting Woven Mail in this build. Elemental Benevolence. Granting allies elemental buff gives class ability energy. In this build, we will be curing our teammates, so this is just a good chunk of class ability energy when you're playing with your teammates, your friends now. We got Refresh Threads on, just get some more ability energy for any ability that's least charged at that moment whenever we make a tangle. Pack Tactics, very important. This increases the damage of our Threadlings by 30%. And it's indefinite. So basically, as long as you keep Pack Tactics up, the more Threadling damage you do, the increased damage Threadlings will do. There's no cap on it. So as long as you keep that Pack Tactics up for 6 seconds, you keep refreshing it from Threadling damage, the damage of your Threadlings is going to increase over and over and over again. More and more and more. And if you got max stacks, your Threadling stun unstoppables. We got on Energy Acceleration. Sustained damage with micro missiles cause the combatant to emit a kinetic shockwave that damage nearby combatants. We got on threaded blast, so we can shoot our tangles with bar dyad, do a huge explosion, doing good damage to the enemies in the room. Then we got shield crush on, so whenever we got weapon mail on, we can increase recharge rate for our melee, increase melee damage, and if we ever find a way to get radiant on and amplified on, it'll increase the damage of our grenades. But that ain't really important here, okay? We just want tangle web, and that's about it in this build, okay? You could take off shield crush and go straight elemental overdrive, so whenever you do make a tangle, your strand weapons will do 10% more damage. You can go that route, okay? Energy acceleration, some people don't know, it actually stuns unstoppable champions, believe it or not. So if you're wondering why I don't have unstoppable sidearm on, it's because if I do a kinetic shockwave on unstoppable champion, it actually stuns him. So if I shoot him, 1, 2, he gets stunned by the kinetic shockwave. The perk don't tell you that, but it stuns unstoppables. That does make rocket pulse rifles like Mint Retrograde stun unstoppables as well. So Mint Retrograde can stun barrier champions and unstoppable champions, which is amazing. And then I set that up on purpose because since I got volatile rounds in this build on my weapon, I'll be able to use the sidearms to deal with barrier champions as well when I got destabilizer rounds active. So that's why I did it that way. Or if I ever get radiant, you know, I did it that way as well, so I can use my sidearm to knock off the shield with the barrier champions. Now, subclass. Before we get subclass, I think I need to showcase how quick we get our class ability in this build. Let me showcase. You probably already seen the beginning footage in Mythic, but let me just show you guys here in case you jump skipped. I want y'all to see how quick we actually get our class ability back. Right? Pick this up, throw it, go it again, throw that, do it again. Throw the threadling grenade, do it again. I just want to showcase you guys how busted this build is, and it gets even worse. So what I just showcased you guys is it doing it normally. That's without any of like the extra stuff I want to showcase you guys in this build. But we'll go to the subclass. I just want to showcase to you guys a little bit, you know, give y'all a little piece of it before we continue. Okay, so we're rocking threaded needle storm, of course. It throws out extra threadling. This is a strand threadling focus build, so this is what we're running. If you don't want to use needle storm, you can by all means go Nova Bomb to get that void overshield from picking up aura power for more survivability in this build. But yeah, Phoenix Dive. We're using Phoenix Dive because we can cure our teammates, which gives us even more class ability energy. So what you just seen I was doing, if you with your teammates, you'll get your class ability back even quicker because of the artifact curing them with a buff. But we're rocking Phoenix Dive because it has a shorter cooldown time than Rift and stuff. So right now, if you look at my class ability, it says I get it back in 27 seconds. But if I throw on a Rift, I get it back in 41 seconds. So it's nearly half the time of a Rift. So we're rocking Phoenix Dive. Then we're rocking Pocket Singularity because this adds volatile on enemies. Okay. I don't know if Bunny said in the future they're adding weakening to Pocket Singularity. I'm not sure or not. Don't quote me on that. But it does volatile. And if I volatile an enemy and then kill them with Lotus Eater, I'll get an overshield because I got repulsor brace on it. So that's the synergy I'm doing with that combo in my build. And then of course I got the Disable Rouse on it, so I'll continue that cycle of getting it. Threadling grenades, obviously. We're rocking Feed the Voice, so whenever our Threadlings kill somebody, we get Devour, and then that makes that we get our health back quicker and our grenade back quicker to spam more Threadling grenades. So help with survivability a little bit. And then we got Weaver's Call, so whenever I use my class ability, I throw out Threadlings out there that's perched on me and the ones and just straight ones from thin air, right? Also Threadlings that deal damage now give us class ability energy, so that's why you seen me getting my class ability back very quick from the Threadlings doing damage. And it's any Threadling. It can be my grenade from Threadlings, from the class ability Threadlings, from my super Threadlings, from my Hashling on my Bora Dyad or Mint Retrograde if you got Hashling on it, Threadlings from the artifact. Any Threadlings will give me class ability energy, so I can spam Phoenix Die even more for survivability if my health ever low, or just put more Threadlings out there to kill everything. Our fragments, we're rocking Facet of Hope, which is elemental buffs on us, give us more uptime on our class ability. If you got 2 elemental buffs on it, it makes it go up even faster. So we got Devour, and then we can always prop Avoid Overshield with our sidearm, you know. We got on Facet of Devotion, so whenever we kill enemies that are debuffed by darkness, we get light transcendence energy. Everybody gonna be unraveled because of the Threadlings and Swarmers, so we want to be able to help our light transcendence bar as much as possible because we're gonna be spamming Borrowed Dyad. So Lotus Eaters are light energy weapon in our build. We got on Facet of Balance, we basically say rapidly killing enemies with light damage with melee energy, rapidly defeating target with darkness damage, grenade energy. We're doing Threadlings, that's darkness energy, element whatever, damage, darkness damage, and unraveling darkness damage. So as long as we're killing everybody for our Threadlings and getting multi kills, this will give us a chunk of grenade energy on top of Devour, making it that we get our Threadling grenade back even quicker. Faster Purpose for that Wolf and Mail to get some damage resistance in this build in some type of way. And then we got Faster Protection on for more damage resistance in this build by 15% whenever we are surrounded and we finish dive near a bunch of enemies. Faster Purpose, you get Wolf and Mail, which is a 45% damage reduction. You could be unique and put on Chain Lightning and then just put on an arc sidearm like Unfall, so that whenever you get kills from Unfall, 3 kills, you get amplified to add some damage resistance in this build even more if you want to be amplified, which will also give you amplified for Shield Crush and Artifact, buffing up your Threadling grenades. You can go with that. I just don't like, you know, Chain Lightning as a melee in general. You also can replace one of these fragments if you wanted to. Like if you want to take off Facet of Balance, if you think Devour is enough, you can take this off and go with Facet of Dawn. So whenever you use your melee, you get Radiant, which will also trigger Shield Crush for your grenade. All up to you, okay? The stats you want in this build is quadruple 100s. I'm gonna be honest with you. 100 super, so you get your super back quick. 100 class ability, so you get your class ability back quick. 100 grenades, so you expand your grenades. And then I just got 100 weapons, just make my weapons do more damage. But if you don't want to do 100 weapons, you don't have to. You can definitely just go 100 class, 100 super, 100 grenade. That's all you need in this build, okay? To get it back quicker. If you can't get triple 100, then the main thing you want to focus on is 100 class ability. 100 class ability and 100 discipline. Well, grenade, okay? If you can't get double 100, again, the only thing you want to focus on is 100 class ability, okay? So you can spam the Icarus dive, okay? Devour will help your grenade come back in case you're missing those stats, okay? So 100 class ability is the main thing you want in this build. Some can argue you can go for 200 class ability stat for more survivability. You get an overshield whenever you use your Phoenix dive. You can do that. You can say 200 class ability and then 100 grenade, and then you can just say I don't really care that much about weapon and super. You can definitely do that if you want to, if you need more survivability in this build. But I got a second iteration of this build for survivability in case you're doing harder in content, the enemy's hitting harder, and your survivability ain't doing so well with Phoenix dive, which is possible in -40. With a lot of modifier stuff on, it can get frustrating. Trust me, okay? Mods, we got on Harmonic Siphon, so our Borrowed Dyad makes an orb. We got on Void Siphon, so that our Lotus Eater make an orb for us whenever we get kills. And then Special Ammo Finder, so we make more ammo for our Lotus Eater. We got on Bolstering Detonation, class ability energy goes up when we do grenade damage. We always throwing the Threadling grenade out there, so this help us get more energy for our Phoenix dives, just spam it even more. We got on Focusing Strike, whenever we do our melee, we'll get energy for our class ability. And then we got on Firepower, whenever we get grenade kill with our Threadling grenade, we make an orb. Chest Piece, we got on Arc Resistance and Void Resistance, basically your resist mods. And then we got on Charged Up, making it that we can carry 4 armor charges instead of 3. This is important. Lead Piece, we got on Better Already, so we pick up an orb, it start health regen for us. We got on Innovation, pick up an orb, we get grenade energy back for our Threadling grenade. You can change this to class ability if you want your Phoenix dive to come back even quicker. Up to you. I just feel like our Phoenix dive was already coming back quick enough, so we didn't need that. We just wanted our grenade to come back quicker. So up to you. Dealer's choice. You can go Innovation for grenade energy when you pick up an orb, or you can go with the other one where you pick up an orb, you get class ability energy. Dealer's choice. But this is important. We got stacks on stacks on. When we pick up orb power, we get 2 armor charges instead of 1. I'm gonna show you guys the reason why. Lastly, we got in our class item, we got a Reaper on. We make that whenever we use our class ability, and we after we use our class ability, if we kill somebody for a weapon, we make an orb. We spamming Phoenix dive, so we might as well get that extra orb. Bomber on. Whenever we pop Phoenix Dive, we get grenade energy to spam our Threadling grenades even more. And then we got Utility Kickstart, which uses our armor charges to give us class ability energy. As you see, we have no surge mods or blue mods in our build, so our armor charges do not have a timer on them. We will keep our armor charges no matter what. This is important. If we have armor charges on us, so if I bring in some acolytes, right, and we get some orbs on us, right, let's kill them with a Threadling grenade, right, kill them with Threadling grenade, then make an orb for us. And if I just kill multiple, okay, now when I pick up this, I got 2 armor charges, and I pick up this, I got 4 armor charges, right? I'm gonna bring these knights back in to fight me. Pay attention when I use my Phoenix Dive. Pay attention when I do my Phoenix Dive and see how quick it actually comes back. Phoenix Dive, the Threadlings finna hit them. I immediately got it back. And now they were Phoenix Dive again. Okay? And make it that when I Phoenix Dive, while I got armor charges on me, basically all the Threadlings that hit the one enemy will give me my Phoenix Dive back again. Okay? And just to showcase that even more, I'll show it on like I'll show it on like a boss, so you can see it more clearly if it was too much going on right there. So if you got like 2 or 3 Threadlings on you, then you basically, while you have the armor charges on you, you're basically guaranteed a Phoenix Dive back immediately. So Phoenix Dive, they go out there, and as you can see, back again. Okay, so that's why we got the armor charge in the build, so that there's plenty of time for you to use your Phoenix Dive. You immediately get Phoenix Dive back right after you just used it. It's very, very insane. Very insane. Okay. Now, what I do want to show you guys is the alternate iteration of this build. In my strand build, I used stag because of survivability. It was insane that I can stand inside a rift and know that the enemies can't kill me, and then if my health ever get red while I'm in the rift, I'll get that perk of stag to activate that hurry up and give me my class ability back immediately to use again, to put more Threadlings out there and get my health back out there and camp. So this build, you'll use everything the same, except of course you put on stag, right? You'll put on stag, and instead of Phoenix Dive, you put on Healing Rift. And instead of Pocket Singularity, you'll put on Arcane Needle to get them unraveling out there now, because you don't have Swarmers on. And that's it. That's all you would change in your build. And then just show you guys how it works against, you know, actual enemies and whatnot. Make these enemies fight. Pop my Rift. Throw these grenades. You see all these Boomer Knights shooting at me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Got my Threadling grenades again. Pop another Rift. Throwing Arcane Needles at them. Put Unraveling back there on them. Reload bar, Dyad, shoot. Alright. Got a Rift again. So literally you just camp. You just camp while you're dropping Rifts all day, knowing that you can't die. Okay, that's the only thing you'll have to change. Just change the stag and change your Phoenix Dives to Healing Rift, and change your melee to Arcane Needle instead of Pocket Singularity. That's all you would do. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this build. I love you guys, appreciate you guys as always. This build is amazing. I think I prefer it on Prismatic than Strand, because you know, Prismatic give you Devour without you needing buried bloodline. I know some of you guys don't have that exotic, so you know the survivability on Strand ain't as good without, you know, Devour. So I gave you guys this build with Feed the Void on it to cook even more. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this build. Love you guys, appreciate you guys always, and until next time, stay up.